Identity theft and fraud are serious threats to your personal and financial security. Identity theft occurs when someone uses your personal information, such as your name, social security number, credit card number, or bank account number, without your permission, to commit fraud or other crimes. Identity fraud is the use of a stolen identity to obtain goods, services, money, or benefits. According to the Federal Trade Commission, FTC, there were more than 4.8 million reports of identity theft and fraud in 2020, an increase of 45% from 2019. The most common types of identity theft and fraud reported were related to government benefits, credit cards, phone or utilities, and bank accounts. Identity theft and fraud can have serious consequences for your finances, credit, and reputation. You may lose money, incur debts, face legal problems, or have difficulty applying for loans, jobs, or benefits. Therefore, it is important to take steps to protect your identity and prevent fraud. Here are some tips on how to avoid identity theft and fraud. Protect your personal information. Your personal information is valuable to identity thieves and fraudsters. They may try to obtain it through various methods such as phishing, hacking, skimming, dumpster diving, or stealing your mail, wallet, or devices. To protect your personal information, you should use strong passwords for your online accounts and devices. A strong password is at least 12 characters long, contains a mix of letters, numbers, and symbols, and is not easy to guess or crack. You should also change your passwords regularly and use different passwords for different accounts and devices. Use a secure network when accessing the internet, especially when conducting sensitive transactions, such as online banking, shopping, or filing taxes. A secure network is encrypted, meaning that the data you send and receive is protected from hackers and eavesdroppers. You can tell if a network is secure by looking for a lock icon or HTTPS in the address bar of your browser. Beware of phishing emails, calls, texts, or websites that try to trick you into providing your personal information, such as your account numbers, passwords, PINs, or verification codes. Phishing messages may look or sound like they come from legitimate sources, such as your bank, the IRS, or a familiar company, but they are actually sent by scammers who want to steal your identity or money. Do not click on any links, open any attachments, or reply to any phishing messages. Instead, delete them or report them to the FTC. Shred or destroy any documents that contain your personal information, such as your bank statements, credit card bills, receipts, or medical records, before throwing them away. Identity thieves and fraudsters may rummage through your trash or recycling bins to find information that they can use to impersonate you or access your accounts. Secure your mail by locking your mailbox, collecting your mail promptly, and opting out of receiving unsolicited offers or catalogs. You should also monitor your mail for any signs of tampering, such as missing or opened envelopes or any unexpected or unfamiliar mail, such as bills, statements, or cards that you did not apply for or authorize. Protect your wallet by carrying only the essentials, such as your driver's license, 1 or 2 credit cards, and some cash. You should also keep a record of the contents of your wallet, such as the card numbers and contact information of the issuers in case your wallet is lost or stolen. You should also avoid carrying your Social Security card, Medicare card, or other documents that display your Social Security number unless you need them for a specific purpose. Protect your devices by locking them with passwords, biometrics, or other security features, and installing antivirus, anti-malware, and firewall software. You should also update your devices and software regularly, back up your data, and encrypt your data if possible. You should also avoid leaving your devices unattended, lending them to others, or connecting them to unknown or public networks or devices. Monitor your accounts and credit. Your accounts and credit are indicators of your financial health and activity. By monitoring them regularly, you can detect any signs of identity theft or fraud, such as unauthorized transactions, charges, withdrawals, or changes. To monitor your accounts and credit, you should review your statements for your bank accounts, credit cards, and other financial accounts every month. Look for any transactions that you do not recognize or authorize, such as purchases, transfers, fees, or interest. If you find any errors or discrepancies, report them to your financial institution immediately. Check your credit reports at least once a year from each of the 3 major credit bureaus: Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion. Your credit reports contain information about your credit history, such as your accounts, balances, payments, inquiries, and public records. You can get a free copy of your credit report from each bureau every 12 months through annualcreditreport.com, the only authorized source by federal law. Look for any information that is inaccurate, incomplete, or fraudulent, such as accounts, inquiries, or judgments that you did not initiate or approve. If you find any errors or signs of identity theft, dispute them with the credit bureau and the creditor involved. Consider a credit freeze or a fraud alert if you are concerned about identity theft or fraud. A credit freeze prevents anyone, including you, from opening new accounts in your name, unless you lift the freeze temporarily or permanently with a PIN or password. A fraud alert notifies potential creditors that you may be a victim of identity theft or fraud, and that they should verify your identity before granting credit. A credit freeze is more secure, but also more inconvenient than a fraud alert. You can request a credit freeze or a fraud alert from each of the credit bureaus for free. Report identity theft and fraud. If you suspect or confirm that you are a victim of identity theft or fraud, you should act quickly to limit the damage and protect your rights. To report identity theft and fraud, you should contact your financial institutions and close or freeze any accounts that have been compromised or opened fraudulently. You should also change your passwords, PINs, and security questions for your online accounts. You may also need to fill out an identity theft affidavit or a fraud claim form to dispute any unauthorized transactions or charges. Contact the FTC and file an identity theft report online at identitytheft.gov or by calling 1-877-ID-THEFT, 1-877-438-4338. The FTC will provide you with a personal recovery plan, which will guide you through the steps to take to recover from identity theft or fraud. The FTC will also create an identity theft report, which serves as a proof of your identity theft and a statement of your rights. Contact the police and file a police report with your local law enforcement agency. You may need to provide them with a copy of your identity theft report, a government-issued ID, and a proof of your address. A police report can help you prove that you are a victim of identity theft or fraud and that you are not responsible for any crimes committed in your name. Contact other agencies and organizations that may be affected by or involved in your identity, theft, or fraud. For example, you may need to contact the Social Security Administration, the Internal Revenue Service, the U.S. Postal Service, the Department of Motor Vehicles, or your health insurance provider. You may also need to contact the credit bureaus, the creditors, the collection agencies, or the merchants that reported or received the fraudulent information or transactions. Identity theft and fraud are serious problems that can affect anyone. By following these tips, you can protect your identity, prevent fraud, and recover from any incidents. Remember, you are not alone in this fight. There are many resources and agencies that can help you along the way. Stay vigilant, stay informed, and stay safe.